Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Okay, we can do this. Welcome to the final movie marquee challenge for July / reveal for August. Okay, I think I got that right. Why have there been no updates for July? July, of all the months, considering what a big build-up it was when I drew the movie. Very briefly, because we gotta keep this video going, or I'm gonna talk forever. I did explain in a different video. July has been insane for multiple reasons, like professional and personal. Work has been insane, and July has been emotional and exciting because my sister-in-law has been here visiting from England. Crazy stuff has happened. It was Mr. Maverick's birthday. Just a lot has been going on. Ups and downs and downs and ups. And I also then drew my favorite movie of all of my movies. Also, let me introduce the movie marquee. Hi, for those of you who are new, the movie marquee challenge, if you have not been around before for this, is a ongoing throughout the year challenge that I'm doing with my friends Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks and Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts. Hi ladies. Both of their channels will be linked down below. You should definitely go check them out for multiple reasons. One being all the yarny goodness and other goodness that they have on their channels. You will love both of them. They're so both amazing people. But also because we switch out and rotate. Like this month, as I've been saying, was my turn to draw. But we switch out drawing movies each month. This coming August will be Bella's month, and then after Bella's month will be Samantha's month. So you'll want to check out their channels because yes, I'm going to tell you here, but this video will come out after Bella's to make sure she does the actual reveal for her movie. And if you want to see it first, hopefully you're on Bella's channel first. And my brain just rebooted. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm also really tired. That's due to the work, I think. It's also, my sister-in-law's here right now. Like not in the house, but I'm saying like visiting right now. And you know, she's one of those daytime people. So like everything that I'm doing with them is all during this pesky daylight with the sun out kind of time. So it's really, you know, it's such a hindrance to ask her to, you know, do this nighttime thing. So I'm just switching my schedule up completely, which is throwing my balance off, my inner balance. Thought my brain rebooted a lot before. Sometimes it's just, I feel like I'm just in this inner, this like permanent, like daze for a while, because I'm just like, anyway, so as previously mentioned, this month was my month, and I drew, I'll put the poster up over here to hide my pile of recycling that always seems to build up. Recycling boxes, let me just clarify, there's nothing gross in them, just cardboard recycling. Gran Turismo. It may not be my favorite of all favorite movies, however, my favorite actor, David Harbour, which if you caught the last live that I did with Courtney from Fiberfox Studios, right towards the end when both of our phones decided they were going to die, we were just talking about how we were talking about David Harbour. I'll let that mystery just be there. If you want to watch, you're welcome to watch. But yeah, Mr. David Harbour definitely showed up. I was loads of excited to draw this movie. Like I knew it was in there. Hadn't happened the first few times. I've watched this movie quite a few times, I will say. And I know, like, there's quite a few more times in my future, of course. Um, I had intended on, the weekly updates that I originally had always done. I had intended on um, my projects. I'm doing blankets for the NOAA project, which is a no-kill shelter. I'm doing, like, depending on how much work I'm able to get done per month. Some things are small projects, like a cat mat. Some things are larger, like a puppy blanket. I want to do some quite large blankets for, like, the bigger dogs, to not leave them out. I'd like to handle, like, all of the pets that they have, of different varying sizes. And of course, I haven't had as much time to do, like, a bigger, like, quite big blanket. So I wanted to get quite a big blanket done. That was my intention. And this one, it's not tiny. It's not tiny. But hopefully you had a chance to see in the picture, because I haven't had an update to even show you. But and I'm doing tight stitches, so that's another reason why everything it's time consuming, because puppy and kitty claws, you don't want anything to catch or anything like that. Which all of my stuff is Maverick tested and approved, but still things happen, right? So I want to show you. I picked colors from the sunsetting sky that's in the picture, and I did the moss stitch in the round as a rectangle blanket. So here's where I got, and this is an ice yarn. If you've been around, I had found, I think it's just cakes. Like, I think on the website it's just called Cakes from Ice Yarn. And I had gotten 6 of them. So this is the color that they're just in cake form. This stuff was a dream to work with. It is so soft. It's 100% acrylic. And you'll notice there is still a stitch marker attached. And if you look really closely, it is technically unfinished. I do still have a ball of where I had separated colors to do my squares, which I'll show you and explain in a minute. I do have a couple squares that I made also. I'm going to make this a little bit thicker, because obviously as you go, like, the stripes have gotten a little bit thinner, so I have a little more work to do on it. But it's fairly sizable. But even though it's the end of the month and time had gotten away with me, I do have 2 more cakes to add. When I realized what day of the month it was, which was 2 days ago, I was talking to Bella, and I think I told her I had 3 cakes plus the cake I was working on, which was essentially almost 4 cakes, like 4 full cakes to add. So I got about half of it added, and that was seeing my sister-in-law twice. Yeah, I've seen her both days. So, like, I have just been taking it with me and working and working and working and working on it. I've really tried. I have gotten hardly any sleep. And I do still have 1 more day of the month. I'm recording this a little bit early. So I'm going to do what I can to get it done. And even if I end the month, like, I want to make this a bigger blanket for one of the dogs in the shelter. So I'm going to still add these. But yeah, that was my, I'm not going to call it a fail, because I think the blanket itself came out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. And like I said, it's already a fairly sizable blanket. It's just going to be a little bit bigger with the addition of the 2 cakes. So, what do you guys think? I hope you like it. And sorry I didn't get the updates like I had planned to, but this month was definitely living proof of life as we know it, taking on precedence or whatever. definitely. The squares that I talked about, I had also decided to separate some of the yarn and color control a couple of squares to do um, the majority of the yarns dedicated to the blankets each month, but I also have been setting aside to do a few squares. Like if I have a ton of yarn, more squares get made. If I only have a little bit of the yarn, like only 1 or 2 squares get made. But I wanted to have just a commemorative blanket, like even if it ends up being like a lap size blanket by the end of the year, just to, commemorate having it, having done this. So the squares that I came up with, I have 2. I made this one. And like I said, I did just color control it. I separated out the colors. And so I could use stuff like this to make a stripe bigger as we go too. So I have this one and I have this one. I am super in love with the way this goes. I actually would love to, once I use my yarn down, if they're still available at ICE, I would love to get more of this yarn and make an actual blanket like with it, because I am really in love with the colors. I think it's beautiful, especially like when you do this. This is gorgeous. I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, so that's what I have as far as the squares for the little commemorative blanket. And yeah, and I just because I want to do that in the future, I'm not going to save this towards it. I am going to add this because I really like, I'm just envisioning like a bigger dog not getting a bigger blanket, and that makes me really sad. So I want to make sure there's, everybody's got something to cuddle up with by the end of the year. So not that they're only going to have 12 dogs, but I'm really hoping at some point to have some time to just like hanker down and make some other blankets, like on a vacation or something. We'll see how that goes, but I would like to have a blanket for every animal at their shelter, so we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Oh, I was about to end the video. This is the reveal for August, which is my birth month, but Bella gets the choice this month. And here is the movie poster that she has picked, which is, if I'm remembering right, Oscar, but you'll know if I'm wrong because the poster will be up here. I believe that's Sylvester. Is it Sylvester Stallone that's on the front? Bella's video has been up by now, so we'll know. It is not clearly a movie that I have seen. Oddly enough, I don't think that Bella and Samantha and I have seen very many of each other's movies this year. Like maybe a few have interchanged, but that's the fun in it, because sometimes we, like Bella was mentioning that her and her husband were going to watch Gran Turismo. There was one other movie that I was like, I need to watch that, of one of theirs. I don't think I got around to it, but I wanted to, so it's on my to-do list. I just have to go back and remember which movie it was. But yeah, so I mean, just to find new movies and stuff too. So aside from, color inspiration, I don't usually do this, but I have already figured out what yarn I want to use. So I figured I would show you guys, especially if August ends up being crazy and you don't get an update from me. At least you'll know what yarn I decided to try to use, right? So forgive the fact that this is a cake I must have already tried to start making something with, and then I just shoved whatever it was in the middle. So, because like, here it is, but I'm not going to show you that side because I'm just going to frog that anyway. But it's a Karen cake, and I was picking up on the reds and the grays that are in it, which I know there's a couple extra shades of the red because there's like a pink color in here too, but I really like I like the thought of using this, and I know I have quite a few of these cakes, so I could use them up and make a really big blanket if I really like hunker down, like I said, and apply myself. I just don't know what stitch I'm using yet. It's going to be a tight stitch again because, for the puppies and the kittens and stuff, I want to do that. But the yarn that I'm using is a Caron Cake, and it is red velvet. It's one of the original Caron Cakes. Like I said, this one has got an old random project stuffed in there, but here's the colorways of it. It's got that nice gray in there too. The only thing that would have made it more perfect is if it had black also. I've been wanting to call this like cherry chip or something, but yeah, it's the red velvet one. So I'm going to use that. And I wasn't going to use something that has wool in it because there is like a wool content to this. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool, but like it's pretty like widely known, and I have definitely done it myself. Like these launder just fine. So I'm just going to use it. So I don't think the puppies are going to mind. And as long as it launders fine for the shelter, then, you know, then it launders fine for the shelter. So we're going to go with that. So that is my pick for yarn. Like I said, the stitch will be to be determined, but I'm going to give it my best to get a bigger blanket made, and I am still going to add this to my Gran Turismo blanket. And yeah, make sure to check out Samantha and Bella's channels if you haven't already, for Bella's reveal, if you haven't checked that out yet, and for Samantha's reaction, and for her wind up for July for her Gran Turismo finished product on her blanket. And yeah, until the next one, you guys, I'm just gonna let you go, get this edited and get it going, because I have to go get a little bit of sleep because I'm doing another daytime activity tomorrow. So this week is gonna kill me, you guys. Wish me luck. But all right, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.